Friday, April 12th, we've got a named CrossFit workout that's a gorgeous one. It is Amanda. It's 975 repetitions for time of a ring muscle up and a squat snatch at 135 pounds for the men, 95 pounds for the women. Of course, before we do this, we're doing the Bergner warm-up, the Linchpin variation of the Bergner warm-up, which is so phenomenal, and I encourage everyone, if you want to just throw the Bergner warm-up into what you have going on a few times a week as a bit of accessory work or as just an addition to your warm-up or whatever, it's not only a great head-to-toe warm-up, but it's great for getting those movement patterns of the snatch into your head, because we're not going to snatch every day because that's silly and ridiculous, and we're not trying to become Olympic lifters. We're trying to become well-rounded athletes, but it's a complicated movement pattern, and it can get rusty. So the Bergner warm-up helps keep that rust away. But today, back to today, classic named workout, and arguably, one of the most technically complicated workouts in CrossFit. There's nothing more complicated with the barbell that you can do than the squat snatch. Period. End of story. And then the ring muscle up, sure, it's not complicated if you're a Division I gymnast, but in the realm of us normal folks just pursuing fitness, the ring muscle up is quite high on the skill level in CrossFit. So we're pairing both of those today in a workout for time. So this is very demanding and very testing of your overall capacity, and a great opportunity to scale in intelligent ways. So we have a video of the ring muscle up. The video shows the athlete doing it strict, but kipping is what's prescribed in the workout. And then we also have a video of the squat snatch, aka the full snatch. Super fitness robot time today. 6 minutes or less for men, 7 minutes or less for women, and those times are off of just historical data on Beyond the Whiteboard. More likely times, probably 8 minutes 30 seconds or less for men, 10 minutes 30 seconds or less for women. So today is a challenge. It's going to take some time. If that more likely time seems a bit out of reach, please consider scaling. Here's what we have for a scaled option today, but man, it's a bunch of ways to scale this, and we'll dive into some of those. Scaled option, 975 reps for time of low ring muscle up, and then squat snatch, but we lowered the weight down to 95 pounds for men, 65 pounds for women. We have a video of the low ring muscle up where I walk you through great ways to do that. And then I also have not the squat snatch. I made a mistake here. Hang squat snatch. Forgot to write hang in there. So for the scaled option, it's the low ring muscle up with the hang squat snatch. And we have a video of the hang squat snatch. So, if you struggle with muscle ups, you need to have the capacity to do a very high pull, like a chest to bar pull up, and you need to have the capacity to do very deep ring dips. So if you don't have either one of those, you could put 3 chest to bar pull ups and 3 ring dips in place of each ring muscle up. But if you do have chest to bar pull-ups and you do have ring dips but you don't have muscle ups, then what you need is the technique. And the low ring muscle up I like a lot because it will bridge that gap between having the strength to do the muscle up and not having a muscle up. There's that technique portion in the middle. But then even if you don't have those chest to bar pull-ups and those ring dips, you can develop that strength on the low ring muscle up. So I'm quite a big fan of that. And then the squat snatch, very complicated, very technically complicated movement. We can make it a hair less technically demanding by starting from the hang. And so that's why in the scaled option, it's the hang squat snatch. And again, you could play with this infinitely, right? Maybe you could do the low ring muscle ups, but you do the hang squat snatch with the as prescribed loading. Or maybe the scaled option works just great for you. Maybe you have no problem with the full snatch and you do that, but you do the low ring muscle ups. Maybe even the hang squat snatch is a bit too complicated for you. You could do a power snatch, and then when you have that overhead, do one overhead squat. So in place of each full snatch, you could do power snatch plus overhead squat. That's going to be really close to the movement as well. So there's a whole lot of ways to skin the cat today and get you as close to the prescribed workout as possible but definitely pursuing the same stimulus. Limited equipment option. Assuming that all you have is dumbbells, you don't have a barbell, and that you just have a set of low rings hanging from the pull-up bar. So your only option is the low ring muscle up. 975 reps for time of the low ring muscle up, and then the right arm dumbbell squat snatch, and then the left arm dumbbell squat snatch. And that would be 150 pounder for the men, 135 pounder for the women. So if that's complicated, here's what that means. Limited equipment option. 3, 2, 1, go. 9 low ring muscle ups, 9 right arm dumbbell squat snatch, 9 left arm dumbbell squat snatch, then 7 of everything, then 5 of everything, and then the clock stops. We've got the video of the low ring muscle up there as well, and we also have a video of the full snatch with the dumbbell, aka the squat snatch with the dumbbell. The squat snatch with the dumbbell is extremely demanding of flexibility. So if you don't have that, you could do, instead of the squat snatch, a split snatch, almost like a split jerk, but you could do a deep split jerk, hips about parallel with that dumbbell locked overhead. Or if that's just not happening at all, here's another thing that you could do. You could do power snatches, right arm power snatches, left arm, and then go ahead and grab the dumbbell and do some dumbbell squats with it just to get yourself some below parallel. So even if you don't have that flexibility for that, there are some ways that you could make this happen with just the dumbbells. Accessory work, optional as always. SOTS press, help build up that Olympic lifting capacity. 4 sets of 5 to 8 repetitions. We have a video for that. And then you're welcome, 30 L-sit pull-ups, strict. Now I put strict in there. Somebody might say, well, how could an L-sit pull-up not be strict? How could you kip an L-sit pull-up? Some people, this is my amazing athlete here with my legs hanging down, pull-up bars up here. 3, 2, 1, go is about to do the first pull-up, and then they whip their legs up to parallel as they begin the pull, and so that whipping the legs up kind of assists with the pull. I mean, it's certainly harder than just doing regular chin-over-bar pull-ups, but ideally, you have those legs already at an L and you don't use the momentum and you do the pull-ups after that. If you're not quite there yet and you need to use that bit of a leg assist, by all means do, and break them up as needed. 30 L-sit pull-ups, preferably strict. Have a great day.